You have seen even their own leaders, their MPs, are questioning their motives. If I may be allowed to name a few, Shri Udit Raj MP, Kumari Savitribai Phule, Shri Chote Lal Kharwar, Ashok Kumar Dohre, Yashwant Singh, they have all written and spoken against this, what is going on under their government, whether it is UP, whether it is Delhi, whether it's any place that is under their control. In Haryana, where I come from, everywhere the crimes against SCs and STs have gone up. I would also like to bring to your notice that Government of India under UPA brought in a lot of affirmative action. Karnataka government has brought in affirmative action for the weaker sections. Because we all believe it is Congress commitment that these sections need a helping hand. You know, the SC/ST sub-plan was brought in by Indira Ji. We tried to give it more teeth. In fact, we were preparing along the lines of Karnataka. We were preparing an act for the center. All the groundwork was done during our time, during UPA time, for the SC/ST sub-plan, so that the budget is not allowed to lapse or to be diverted. On the other hand, rather than taking that forward, they have abolished the sub-plan, SC/ST sub-plan. They have abolished it altogether. So what is their commitment? You know, the budget has come down for the SCs, while the population is 16.6%, the budget has come down to 5.5% for various schemes. Let's take government jobs, let's take the government schemes, the pre-matric scholarships for the scheduled caste. During our time, UPA government, the budget was more than 800 crores. 882 crores to be precise. And under BJP government today, in the latest budget, 18-19, you will be surprised to know that their budget is a mere 125 crores. This is an example of their commitment to SCs.
86% cut.
This is a cut of 86%. Now we had a scheme of credit guarantee for the SCs. During 16-17 budget, their own budget, they had adopted 10 crores. And you know how much they spent? 1 lakh. And this year, the budget is precisely that. 18-19 budget is 1 lakh. So you can imagine how much the SCs are benefiting throughout the country from Government of India scheme and Government of India commitment towards SCs. And the budget of 2018-19, their own figures, what I am quoting are their own figures, the government figures which are put out. they have provided a credit of 20,000 rupees each, or two, when they talk so much big about Dalit entrepreneurs, and social media, they like to put out these kind of things. 20,000 rupees each to five Dalit entrepreneurs. This is their level of extension of this Stand Up India, whatever India, all these, to the Dalit entrepreneurs. You can understand their apathy towards this section. We have seen in your own state, one of the ministers, you know, they now that elections are nearing, BJP is a master of trying to show events and giving it big publicity, propaganda. Suddenly now they want to go into the houses of Dalit people to have meals, to show. They don't even know what to say about the Dalits. Sometimes they say, वो बेचारे, उनको उठाना है, उनके घर हम गए, उनको पवित्र कर रहे हैं. They don't know what to say because their mind is not attuned to them. The RSS ideology does not allow it. They have to do it. They believe in these kind of tokenisms. They go to their house and the food is very nicely brought in from outside. You saw it in Karnataka. Their own minister did it. You saw it in, now it has just happened in UP. When the UP chief minister went to Musahars, they were given a bath with soap, sprayed perfume. All these things are done. And recently also the minister, he goes to eat in a Dalit's house in UP. The Dalit family is woken up at night at 11 o'clock, what we have read from media reports, and the food is brought in from outside. It is definitely not cooked in that house. So it was used as a midnight picnic spot. A midnight feast is being held in a Dalit's house. You go and disturb them. You bring in food from outside and feast in that house. Lay out the table. And you do a big ehsan on the Dalit family. It's for optics. This is the lip service they are paying. How is it that more and more crimes are taking place under them? If they are such great protectors of the Dalits, why is the crime increasing? Today, they claim very proudly they are ruling most of the country. And the crimes have gone up. Crimes have gone up against Dalits. Crimes have gone up against women. That is not to say that it did not happen during Congress time. We cannot say that. Look at the crimes against women. Everywhere it is happening. And it is in news for all the wrong reasons. So these great protectors. Oh, and of course, reservation. That is another instrument. In fact, it's a big weapon. Sometimes their own ideologues, RSS ideologues, they test the waters. They let loose. No, we must take a relook at reservations. We must revisit reservations. Reservation should not be there. Then when there is outcry, Then the government comes in. No, we are not. We are protectors of SCs. Then they claim that reservation is going to be there to stay. So what is this conflict that is going on? What messages are they sending to the people at large? You can rest assured. The day they realize they can do anything and get away with it, this is what they're going to do. Because their basic ideology is against the weaker sections. Their commitment is not there. And about women, the crimes against women have gone. You have seen cases, again I'm saying, it is not that it has not happened earlier. It is not that it has not happened in Congress rural states. It is not that. But do look at the protection. Look at the two examples today, Unnao and Kathua. In Unnao, UP, their own rural state, who is involved? Their own lawmaker. A legislator is involved. And if the High Court had not stepped in, do you think any action would have taken place? We saw visuals, we saw the media. It was shown widely in the media. How the whole administration, the police was bowing down to those people. And even today, it is the court that is tracking it. They do these things with impunity and there is no apology from the government. There is no action. This has happened in Unnao and you see in Kathua. In Kathua, they are trying to give it a communal color. And those perpetrators who are playing that card openly are rewarded. They are given ministerial berths. And even then they are trying to downplay this. This is the difference. Here you are getting total protection from the state. Not just protection, they are being promoted. These kind of people. That is the difference. Is this the kind of Mahila Suraksha they talk about? Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. Good at sloganeering. All kinds of sloganeering. But we say Beti ko bachao from these people. What examples are they holding? It is very fine for the Prime Minister to go on radio and to talk. It is very fine for the Prime Minister to go to different states, if coming to even your state, and talk very big. And I'm afraid that that is where it stops. Just talking big. And they know how to talk big. Beyond that, there is nothing to show on the ground. Beyond that, there is nothing to show positive action. All they have is talk. And that is what, because today elections are taking place in Karnataka, they are going to do this bombardment. बोलने में और इस तरह की गलत बातें बोलने में कोई मुकाबला नहीं। हमें झूठ नहीं बोलना आता और वो सच नहीं बोल सकते कभी। That is the difference.
You said about government and